frostbit boat with its watership overthrown. No heart cold, no rigid, no witness in frame, just a negative crown, no wearing a nameless taint. And since then is careful and old, a soft little note that refuses to untangle. Every clean note has a ceremonial post, every sealed mouth has a geometry of ghost. Maybe the bitter is full in stars and not formal in style, the wild are kind with the mild denial. Maybe the search is a search of desire, and let's breed of hunger but not bitter. Maybe the catch never failed to occur. Maybe the hook was invented for a different lure. no more. How will you loaded the black recursion around her face with a neighboring version? Mouth to mirror and shore to shore. Maybe the sealed war was never a war.
Blue mute room, ash with a velvet tooth, cold glyph, split myth, curled around arson proof. Are we alone or only out of phase? A closed route drifts through a maze of erased names. I read the dark as a contract, the dishonor frostbit thought with its authorship overthrown. No oracle, no origin, no witness in frame, just a negative grammar wearing a nameless name. Absence gets delicate, dressed in a careful angle, a soft little knot that refuses to untangle. Every clean null has a ceremonial pose, every sealed mouth has a geometry of close. Maybe the other is not other enough. Maybe the mirror is folded in dust. Maybe the far is not far, but misfiled, a wild archive with a mild denial. Maybe the search is a sketch of desire, a net made of hunger, a map made of prior. Maybe the catch never failed to occur. Maybe the hook was invented for a different blur. Are we alone in the unsaid grammar? Or near a proof in a fractured scanner? Techno signature, veil contour, knuckle on marble, knocking no more. Are we alone in the black recursion, or out of phase with the neighboring version? Mouth to mirror, shore to shore. Maybe the sealed wall was never a wall. Black bloom, mute room, ash with a a velvet tooth, cold cliff, split myth, curled around absent proof. Are we alone or only out of phase? Closed vowel drifts through a maze of erased names. I read the dark as a contract the ink to sew, a frostbit thought with its authorship overthrown. No oracle, no origin, no witness in frame, just a negative grammar wearing a nameless name. Absence gets elegant, dressed in a careful angle, a soft little knot that refuses to untangle. Every clean null has a ceremonial pose. Exit bounties not looked at geometry of clothes. Maybe other is not other enough. Maybe the mirror is folded in dust. Maybe the far is not far but misfiled, a wild archive of mild denial. Maybe the search is a sketch of desire, a net made of hunger, a map made of prior. Maybe the cage never failed to occur. Maybe the book was invented for a different lure. Are we alone in the unsaid grammar? Or near proof in a fractured scanner? Techno signature, veiled contour, knuckle on marble, knocking a whore. Are we alone in the black recursion, or out of phase with a neighboring version? Mouth to mirror, shore to shore, maybe the sealed wall was never a wall. Black blue, mute room, ash with a velvet tooth, cold cliff, split myth, curled around absent proof. Are we alone or only out of phase? Clothes foul drifts through a maze of erased names. I read the dark as a contract, the sound of frostbit thought with its authorship overthrown. No oracle, no origin, no witness in frame, just a negative grammar wearing a nameless name. Absence gets elegant, dressed in a careful angle, a soft little knot that refuses to untangle. Every clean null has a ceremonial pose. Every sealed mouth has a geometry of clothes. Maybe the other's not other and ours. Maybe the mirror is folded in dust. Maybe the far is not far but misfiled, a wild archive with a mild denial. Yeah, maybe the search is a sketch of desire, a net made of hunger, a map made of fire. Maybe the catch never failed to occur. Maybe the hook was invented for a different blur. Or near proof in a fractured scanner, techno signature, veiled contour, knuckle on marble, knocking no more. Are we alone in the black recursion, or out of phase with a neighboring version? Mouth to mirror, shore to shore, maybe the sealed wall was never a wall. Black bloom, new broom, ash with a velvet tooth, cold cliff, split myth, curled around absent proof. Are we alone or only out of phase? A closed vowel drifts through a maze of erased names. I read the dark as a contract the ink to sewn, a frostbit thought with its authorship overthrown. No oracle, no origin, no witness in frame, just negative grammar, wearing a nameless name. Absence gets elegant, dressed in a careful angle, a soft little knot that refuses to untangle. Every clean null has a ceremonial pose. Every sealed mouth has a geometry of close. Maybe the other is not other enough. Maybe the mirror is folded in dust. Maybe the far is not far but misfiled, a wild archive with a mild denial. Or maybe the search is a sketch of desire, a net made of hunger, a map made of prior. Maybe the catch never failed to occur. Maybe the hook was invented for a different blur. Are we alone in the unsaid grammar, or near a proof in a fractured scanner? Techno signature, veiled contour, knuckle on marble, knocking no more. Are we alone in the black recursion, or out of phase with the neighboring version? Mouth to mirror, shore to shore. Maybe the sealed wall was never a wall.
Black, blue, mute room, ash with a velvet tooth. Cold whiff, split myth, curled around absent proof. Are we alone or only out of phase? A closed vowel drifts through a maze of erased names. That dark as a contract being disowned, a frostbit thought with its authorship overthrown. No oracle, no origin, no witness in frame, just a negative grammar wearing a nameless name. Absence gets elegant, dressed in a careful angle, a soft little knot that refuses to untangle. Every clean null has a ceremonial pose. Every sealed mouth has a geometry of close. Maybe the other is not other enough. Maybe the mirror is folded in dust. Maybe the far is not far but misfiled, a wild archive with a mild denial. Maybe the search is a sketch of desire, a net made of hunger, a man made of prior. Maybe the catch never failed to occur. Maybe the hook was invented for a different blur. Are we alone in the unsaid grammar, or near a proof in a fractured scanner? Techno signature, veiled contour, knuckle on marble, knocking no more. Are we alone in the black recursion, or out of phase with a neighboring version? Mouth to mirror, shore to shore. Maybe the sealed wall was never a wall.
Black blue, new broom, ash with a velvet tooth, cold whiff, split myth, curled around absent proof. Are we alone, or only out of phase? A closed vowel drifts through a maze of erased names. I read the dark as a contract being disowned, frostbit thought with its authorship overthrown. No oracle, no origin, no witness in frame, just a negative grammar wearing a nameless name. Absence gets elegant, dressed in a careful angle, a soft little knot that refuses to untangle. Every clean null has a ceremonial pose. Every sealed mouth has a geometry of toes.
Maybe the mirror is folded in dust. Maybe the far is not far but
Maybe the search is a sketch of desire, a net made of hunger, a map made of prior. Maybe the catch never failed to occur. Maybe the hook was invented for a different blur.
Are you alone in the outside grammar, or near a proof in a fractured scanner? Techno-signature, veiled contour, knuckle on marble, knocking no more. Are we alone in the black recursion, or out of phase with a neighboring version? Mouth to mirror, shore to shore. Maybe the sealed wall was never war.
That gloomy room, ash, the velvet tooth, hold the list, and then I've heard around absent proof. Are we alone or only out of phase? Closed bow drifts through a maze of erased days. I read the dark as the contract, the ink to zone. Frostbit thought I start the thought that ship won't go. No oracle, no origin, no witness in frame. Just a negative grammar wearing a nameless name. Absence gets elegant, dressed in a careful angle. A soft little knot that refuses to untangle. Every clean knot has a ceremonial pose. Every sealed mouth has a geometry of clothes. Maybe the other is on a broken dust. Maybe the mirror is swollen to dust. Maybe the far is not far, but this file, a wild archive of a mild denial. Maybe the search is a sketch of desire, a net made of hunger, a map made of prior. Maybe the catch never failed to occur. Maybe the hook was invented for different blur. Are you alone in the unsaid grammar, or near a proof in a fractured scanner? Techno signature, veiled contour, knuckle on marble, knocking no more. Are we alone in the black recursion, or out of phase with the neighboring version? Mouth to mirror, shore to shore. Maybe the sea wall was never a wall. Black when brim ash with a velvet tooth. Cold but split myth curled around absent proof. Are we alone or only out of phase? Closed foul drifts through maze of erased names. Read the dark as a contract being disowned. Frostbit thought with its authorship overthrown. No oracle or an origin, no witness in frame. Just a negative grammar wearing a nameless name. The absence gets elegant, dressed in a careful angle. A soft little knot that refuses to untangle. Every clean law has a ceremonial pose. Every sealed mouth has a geometry of clothes. Maybe the far is not far, but misfiled, a wild archive, the mild denial. Maybe the search is a sketch of desire, a wild archive, the mild denial. Maybe the search is a sketch of desire, a net made of hunger, a map made of pride. Maybe the catch never failed to occur. Maybe the hook was invented for a different blur. Techno signature, veiled contour, knuckle on marble, knocking no more. Are we alone in the black recursion, or out of phase with a neighboring
origin, mouth to mirror, shore to shore. Maybe the sealed wall was never a wall. Black, blue, mute, rune, ash with a velvet tooth. Cold cliff, splinteth, curled around absent proof. Are we alone, or only out of phase? A closed vowel drifts through a maze of erased names. I read the dark as a contract, the ink disowned. A frostbit voted its authorship overthrown. No oracle, no origin, no witness in frame. Just a negative grammar wearing a nameless name. Absence gets elegant, dressed in a careful angle. A soft little knot that refuses to untangle. Every clean love has a ceremonial pose. Every mouth has a geometry of flow. Maybe the other is not enough. Maybe the mirror is folded in dust. Maybe the far is not far but misfiled. Wild archive with a mild denial. Maybe the search is a sketch of desire. A net made of hunger, a map made of fire. Maybe the catch never failed to occur. Maybe the hook was invented for a different blur. Ain't alone in the unsaid grammar, only a proof in a fractured scatter. Techno signature, veiled contour, knuckle on marble, knocking no more. Are we alone in the black recursion, or out of phase with a neighboring version? Mouth to mirror, shore to shore. Maybe the seal more was never a wall.
Ash with velvet to it, cold tinted, curled around absent proof. Are we alone, or only out of phase? It closes, vowel drifts through a maze of erased names. I read the dark as a contract, the ink disowned. The frostbit thought with its authorship overthrown. No oracle, no origin, no witness in frame. Just a negative grammar wearing a nameless name. Absence gets elegant, dressed in a careful angle. A soft little knot that refuses to untangle. Every clean no has a ceremonial pose. Every sealed mouth has a geometry of close. Maybe the other is not other enough. Maybe the mirror is folded in dust. Maybe the cold these furs so misshits bar, or that marina you feel with your own father. Maybe the buffer wrapping of firming. Maybe the column pick off, then you go there. We maybe the other is not over enough. Maybe the mirror is folded in dust. Maybe the other is not over enough. Maybe the mirror is folded in dust. Maybe the other